Novel Blossom by HIJABIQUEEN74. Chapter 13. Ahmed Pav. I am not sure if I should be joyful or concerned with the decision I made. Honestly speaking, I was attracted to her but not to the point where I wanted to marry her right away. Marriage was a tremendous step, needs a lot of thinking. Growing up, marriage wasn't something I wanted to do right away. I believe that we should get to know the person who will spend the rest of their life with me, understanding them, getting to them bettteris he step before finalizing it. I don't know why I stepped up to defend her. For Lord's sake, I didn't even know her that well, I have no knowledge about her name and still don't. When I first entered the wedding ceremony, I was sort of heartbroken that it was her marriage. Then I realized that I never knew her, so I should be heartbroken. From a far distance, I heard and saw everything. How can someone do that to their own sister? Snacting, her brother-in-law. I couldn't hold back, especially when the elderly women started to talk crap about her. There was no reason for me to get involved in another person's problem. Yet I couldn't help it. The urge to protect her from everyone hit me hard. Now that she is my wife, I must try my best to protect her from this dangerous world, make sure to always keep her happy. The car ride was quiet. I don't know what happened when she was in her room with my sister, but I know that SOMETHIG terrible happened. She was EMINENETLY quiet. Stopping in front of the house, I came out of the car. I went to her side to open the door. I waited for her to come out, but seeing that she zoned out, I cleared my throat. She glanced up. When I gave her a smile, her cheeks turned bright red. I stepped back to give her some space. Once she got out of the car, WE started to walk toward the house. I inserted the keys to the lock and then opened the door. Putting my hand in my pant pocket, I walked towards my room. I stopped, not hearing her footsteps. Turning around, I saw her lean against the wall with her eyes closed. I went up to her and asked, "Hey, you okay?" Quote, "Yes." Quote, "In less than a second." She quickly falls on the floor. I cursed under my breath and courched down to see if she was okay. "What happened?" Sophia asked, running toward me, lifting her headdress up so she can run. "I don't know. She just fainted," I answered, picking her up bridal style. "I will call Abbasi," Dad informed, running out of the house with his phone on his ear. Sophia held the door open as I walked into my room. I gently laid her down on the bed and then took off her heels from her feet. "Why don't you step out of the room? We will get these clothes off her," Sohia suggested with a deep SGH, staring at her friend with a sad glance. I nodded my head as I walked out of the room and locked the door. A couple of minutes late, Uncle Abbasi walked up Tom with a big smile on his face. "I heard you got married. A big step, huh?" He looked shocked at me. "So what seems to be the problem? "Yeah, I did. I am even surprised at MYSLEF. I chuckled. She was fine when she entered the house, but then she just clasped. "Let's have a look." He took out a small flashlight and pointed at her eye. He started to do other checkups on her. I watched him check her pulse, temperature, etc. Suddenly, she began to breath hard. I got up on my 2 feet and walked up to them, worried something might have happened. "What's going on?" "Her BP dropped. We have to take her to the hospital now." He quickly put his tools in his bag. "Call the ambulance," I ordered. "No time for that. We have to take her there by car." "Kid, you still have your cop car, right?" he questioned. "Yeah, get her in there and take her to the hospital," he instructed. I followed his instruction. I put her in the car and got in the driver's seat. I drove to the hospital as fast as I could. "We need a doctor here," I yelled out, running into the hospital with her in my arm. I caught a glimpse of all the nurses running toward us with a hospital cot. I gently laid her down on them. "What's wrong with her?" A doctor ran toward us. "She fainted. Her BP is dropping," Uncle Abbasi informed her, as he entered the hospital. The doctor nodded her head before pushing her toward a room. Uncle Abbasi patted my BCK as he entered the room with all the other doctors. Taking a deep breath, I sat down on the chair and waited. After some time, "You can go see her, but she hasn't woken up yet." Uncle Abbasi enlightened me. "What wrong WTH her?" "Everything okay, right? She's syncopal," he answered. "What caused her to faint?" I questioned again. Fainting may have a variety of causes. A simple episode, also called a vasovagal attack or a neurally mediated syncope, is the most common type of faintng spell. It is most common in children and young adults. A vasovagal attack happens because blood pressure and causing loss of consciousness. He explained, LOOKIGN through her charts. "I need simple word here," I told him, not understanding a single word he just said. He rolled his eyes. "Basically, it can happens if the person fears or has pain, intenses emotional stress. In HR case, she is stressed out about something. UCULD have said the earlier instead of all those medical words." I mumbled, "Of course, you won't understand anything." He teased. Got to her. Quote, I stood in front of the room, wondering if I should go in. I opened the door slowly and walked in. She looked so peaceful. I sat next to the bed and grabbed her hand. I chuckled at how small her hand is compared to mine. I ran my hand through her black hair gently, moving her bangs out of the way. Placing my palm under my chin, I stared at her, thinking, was I this lucky to have a gorgeous wife? I chuckled, thinking about it. I mean, I am handsome, and I should have a beautiful wife like her.